Ninja and Flannel. So I don't often do dedicated optic videos because they tend to be a little bit dry and just boring for me to make. And I don't get paid for my reviews. I'm an electrician by trade. I've been doing that for like 12 years for my living. So I don't get paid for my reviews, so I only do ones that I think are going to be fun. And generally, optics don't fall in that territory. However, this one has just stood out enough where it's worth talking about, and that's why I'm here. So this is the MEPROLIGHT MCO Pro rifle red dot. Honestly, MEPROLIGHT kind of came out of left field. I saw them at the NRA show last year, as well as GunCon, and I really didn't realize how much modern stuff MEPROLIGHT has come out with. We all kind of know them for their old fiber optic sights, and they have some new ones that are pretty cool. But this thing came out of nowhere and just really blew my mind. At GunCon, I tried it with a magnifier behind it. Looks great. And that's going to talk about it a little bit today. Now, a couple of important notes before we get started. The first one is my combat flannel I'm wearing here. Now, this is my junky prototype that I've been just testing out. It actually is flannel material, so it's hot. Kind of looks like Christmas pajamas a little bit, but ish gets the idea. The nice final form is coming pretty soon. First dibs will go to people who go on my website and sign up for the email subscriber list. Email subscribers have first dibs on those, and they're going to be very limited quantity when they go. So check those out. Second, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and comment what you think about this optic and what you think about the video. So what we have is a huge window. It's kind of got that big EOTech window vibe without being as big and clunky as an EOTech. That being said, it is a red dot, not a holographic. Just wanted to make that clear. What you have inside is a 2 MOA dot, and then you have the options to have a 65 MOA speed ring around it, so you kind of get that bullseye with a ring around it with a dot in the middle. And then you can also do the ring with 4 dots for droppages for when you're behind a magnifier. Now, the one reticle that does have the holdover dots or like droppage dots, they are all 1.5 MOA apart, and that kind of gives you an idea of what your spacing is. You can kind of do your ballistic charts and figure out what it is from there. I could see you easily shooting about 400 or 500 yards with this and hitting a steel target with the proper magnifier and proper weapon system. That gives you really nice options with this for PCCs and even rifles as a red dot. So it is an enclosed emitter, obviously, because for a red dot, for a rifle, you wouldn't really want an open emitter on there. We don't really even want them on pistols when we don't have to. But it just got a bunch of really good features. Battery life on it is about 25,000 hours, which is not the highest, but also pretty good. Little thing a couple of guys I know do, we all change all of our red dot and batteries on our birthday every year. If you do that, even if you got a bad battery or something, pretty much all of your optics, except for an EOTech, are going to be good if you change a battery to birthday every year. Some of the more common features, it is waterproof. It does have the shake awake and auto off, which is a really nice feature. It does have 10 brightness settings for the daytime, even in full summer and full-blown sunlight, and it's pretty good. Then it has 2 nighttime settings for shooting with night vision, and having such a large window does make it pretty nice under nods. For that brightness, they do have the manual setting for that, and then they have automatic. Not a huge fan of automatic. The way it's done on most optics doesn't usually work out. Like if you're standing in a dark area, shooting into a light area, you don't usually get the reticle you want. So I generally never use the automatic brightness, but it's there if you like that stuff. The weight's another feature I really do like. I believe this is 5.33 ounces. Check my cheat sheet. Yep, 5.33 ounces. So weight's nice and light. You don't really even notice it's there. One thing I do like to note is that your adjustments on this are half MOA per click, which is very nice. I feel like that's totally sufficient. I've had some in the past that are a 1 MOA adjustment, and like at 100 yards, you find yourself jumping back and forth across the bullseye, kind of a pain in the butt. So half MOA is pretty sweet. This goes without saying, but it holds 0 very well. Absolutely no issues so far. And it's kind of gone on to my Matador Mat 9 here, my Mat 9K, and it stayed here because it's one of my favorite guns, one of my favorite optics, kind of works out. Now, it does come on like a lower third riser from factory, but there is a 1.93 available for purchase. I haven't really looked at it, but that's something that is an option for this. That being said, it is a proprietary footprint. It doesn't go on any pistol optic footprints. It doesn't go on a T2, so you're going to be a little bit limited in that, but the options they do have seem to cover 90% of people. Now, the price is a little more hefty than other ones. These are around $500 MSRP for these red dots. Not the cheapest for sure, but it's also one of my favorite rifle optics, so there's that. So like I said, I don't prefer to do optic videos a lot of times, but this one just felt like it really deserved it, and I really love this optic, and not enough people seem to know about it. So hope you enjoy the video. MEPROLIGHT MCO Pro is definitely something to consider.